moment of truth.
Oh, and don't worry, Commander. We'll pin it on the Russians. We'll call it an accident, a case of poor coordination, friendly fire, you name it.
Heavy weapons here. Seaplane here. Munitions on target. Nice firework. Strike complete. Direct hits confirmed. Close air support
Bye-bye, Russians.
After less than a month of conflict, this war that doesn't want to be called a war has already taken a heavy toll on its belligerents. Casualties number in the thousands, if not tens of thousands, provoking indignation among civilians who fail to understand the reason for the conflict. In Moscow, as in Washington and throughout all of Europe, demonstrations for peace are being organized, bringing together hundreds of thousands of people. Special diplomatic envoy Miller, mandated by Washington to find a way out of this conflict, spoke today after talks in Saudi Arabia with his Russian counterparts. Let's hear him speak.
In order to avoid a nuclear escalation between our two countries and to stop this appalling bloodbath as soon as possible, we succeeded in agreeing with our Russian counterparts, after bitter negotiations, to the establishment of a demarcation line on the Daugava River between what we will henceforth call the northern and southern Baltic states. It will be the responsibility of the newly formed European Army to enforce this line of demarcation, so American troops can redeploy to the Pacific to meet the growing security threats in this part of the world. As a sign of appeasement, we also wanted to ensure that those responsible for this conflict would be brought to justice in their respective countries. Namely, General Bennett, who has already been relieved of his duties and is awaiting trial by court-martial. Lieutenant Colonel Williams, who distinguished herself during this conflict, will act as interim chief of staff during this transition period. On the Russian side, Colonel Demidov is expected to serve a prison sentence in an Arctic penal colony.